Hi everyone, welcome to our reading for Aquarius for February 2021. This is going to be for Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those who are intuitively guided to the channel, something grabbed your attention and you paid attention. Good job. This is for those who may be checking on an Aquarius, and just remember that, keep yourself open to you also receiving signs or messages, because I feel like your guides know that you're here. I want to say happy birthday to Aquarius. I hope that you have a wonderful birthday, even with everything that's going on. Take a moment just to celebrate yourself. We're going to start with our Mother Mary deck. As you know, my cards are already pre-shuffled, but I like to begin. I like to shuffle them once I have you here also. We have prayer, and I have to tell you, I started to do your reading about a half an hour ago, and I got a knock on my door, and I accidentally hit stop instead of what's the word I'm looking for? Pause. So I had to let that go. But it's so interesting because this is the card you got from the other reading, prayer. So I know that it's important. Instead of worrying, I pray about the situation to bring about real solutions. We'll read this at the end, but I like seeing how it fits into your reading. And I'll let you know if there's any similarities from the first reading. So we're going to bring in the Tarot Dreams now. Again, already pre-shuffled. Okay, let's begin. We have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands opening up the reading. Let me bring this down a little bit. Ten of Wands is a period where there's just a lot of burden on my back, a lot of responsibilities. I often feel like in the Ten of Wands, it's funny, it sounded like a doorbell just rang. But I have to feel in the Ten of Wands, it's like I'm almost hoping for a tower to come in. I'm almost hoping for universal help. But in those wands, you do feel a sense of responsibility to that. That may be what you're praying over also is, help me to bring this energy to an end. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands can be untrustworthy energy. Feeling like someone has taken something from you. Even after you have given and given and given, it feels like someone may have taken. We're not going to do reversals. We have the Ace of Swords. Well, it almost looks like whatever was taken is now given back within this Ace of Swords. So, if this is, it's untrustworthy energy. But it's also spiritual energy. A 7 is about, your spirituality. And I definitely feel like whatever has been taken from you is coming back. But listen, not in that energy. So I feel like whatever feels like it was stolen from me, Divine is bringing me something back, but of a higher nature. Well, let's keep looking. We have the Moon, card of Pisces. That adds a little shadow to the mix. Well, look at this. We have Temperance, which is beautiful. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius, but this is about divine timing. Temperance's first message is patience. right? So here I am at this Ten of Wands energy. I almost feel like I can't take anymore, right? Temperance is saying, hang on, just hang on. Something is coming, right? It's about the fire and the water and the mixture of the two. Something is coming. It is of a divine nature. Maybe that's why that sword looks so shiny, like shiny and brand new. But there's a little bit of a shadow over that, so maybe I'm not feeling it yet. But Temperance is saying it's in the works. So something new is in the works for you, even after what you've been going through. And in the Ten of Wands, yes, it can bring me to my knees. And when I go to my knees, many times that's when I really start praying. Some of you may be moving more into your faith than ever before. But Temperance is also the energy that says, let go of control. If it's something you can't control, don't worry about it. Certainly pray about it, but don't try to control what you cannot control. It's just not worth it. Sometimes we take on other people's responsibilities and we feel kind of like we have to, when in reality, maybe we don't have to, and maybe it's not even good to take on their responsibilities, because what do they learn from it, right? So Temperance is waiting. It says patience and allow everything to develop. But with the 10 right above that, I have a feeling it's also saying there's something that you have to let go of. And sometimes I feel like it's control. Well, let's keep going. Some of you, this Ace of Swords could certainly be a Pisces. Okay, we got a lot, but we're going to take them. Okay, we have the World. So there you go. That's what Temperance is saying. Here's a new chapter, a new portal that will show at the perfect time. You will be at the right place at the right time. So again, in this energy, I can also let go of control. But I feel like in the Ten of Wands, maybe I just, I do have to pray about it and know that your prayer is being answered at the same time. And again, I feel like let go of control of how that answer must show. Instead, be present and be ready. Well, we have the Hierophant. So this is all about your faith. This is your self-belief system. Sometimes we have to check it. We have to check on ourselves, right? Are we carrying the energy of other people, their belief? When deep in my soul, um, I have these answers. I have my belief. So I often feel this is about just bringing that into check. And I also feel like, because the prayer card is here after this World, this is moving you into a time period where your faith becomes your leader, right? You're living your true, authentic soul. We have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups coming under the moon. If I'm trying to make a decision about something, there's too much shadow right now that's cast upon it. It's almost like my earthly eyes can't can't see the difference in these cups. So it's very hard for me to make a choice. Okay, well then I need to go back again. Maybe I pray about it, right? I pray about it, like, help me make this decision. It may be about what direction I take my life, who I am, and what I'm meant to be doing. So anyways, it makes a lot of sense that your faith would come into question, because something is, choices are coming to you that will not look clear on a human level. Let's put it that way. But if you move back into your faith system, into your spirituality, all will be clear. You'll know what to do. Temperance says that. Put you at the right place at just the right time. And that's what you need to trust in. Faith. Trust in that. Also, card of Taurus. We have the Six of Cups. Interesting. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Palace of Swords. Now, I believe Palace in this deck talks about the environment that you will find yourself in. So let's look at it that way. So we have the Ace of Swords up here, right? The Ace of Swords, if nothing else, is the truth of the matter. I can't hide from it. It's very clear if I want it to be. It's also, to me, my yes card. So if I'm questioning which cup to choose here, it'll be very clear if I pray about it, move into my faith, and then moving into the Palace of Swords. Well, that tells me this is a period where you are truly living your authentic life. You're being your authentic self. This is a period when you may be find yourself a great communicator. Being able to use that tongue. Remember, it's a double-edged sword, but using that through your authenticity. Oh, why can't I say that? Being your authentic self, and I know that because the world is above that. And to move, let's just think that it's a portal, right? I arrive at the gate of this portal. To move into this particular portal, I move within my faith. I come to the table. Listen, I don't have to know all that I am, but I'm learning. I'm willing to learn who I truly am. Sometimes they feel small. This is the energy of understanding that you're connected to everything. And, you're an individual and you were meant to be. You know what I mean? Like, even though you feel like sometimes like you're like, what am I here for, right? My life's really doesn't seem to be measuring up. Well, we could be stuck in that type of earthly energy. So I feel like this is a time period where, I don't know, you're really coming to your true self. I already know these burdens, this heaviness will end, but you do play a part in it also. You have to allow it to come to an end. You just do. Now, under temperance is the Six of Cups. So, Six of Cups, that can mean a couple different things. But the one thing it does mean is if I'm thinking, or if I'm remembering happy times. Whether that be with a person of my past or just a time period where I felt happy. Some of you, this is the moving back to that place. It doesn't have to be the moving back. It can be I'm moving forward, but you're moving to what feels like like you're where you're meant to be, and I do feel like that. I feel like location can really, in some places, open us up, and in other places, maybe not so much. Anyways, some of you could certainly be moving back to a hometown where there is someone. Listen, this can be a friend, a best friend, or it could be a lover. Maybe not a lover then, maybe turns into a lover. Whatever is moving you forward, I feel like you're moving to the right place. Let's get our last card. Some of you may be questioning that right now. Do I make a new start? Do I make a move? And it's hard to make that decision because, again, there's a shadow over it. Temperance says, when you trust your intuition and you pray about something, you will receive the sign. But to receive that sign, you need to be, of a clear mind, open to it, and then be willing to follow that sign. Because it's always up to you. But I have no worry here for you. Just because, you have Temperance, the World, and the Hierophant all in the same line versus that Seven of Cups. So whatever I can't see in here, let me tell you, you'll be able to see it. It just feels very spiritual to me. Maybe I want it now, and Temperance is saying, but it's not time yet. right? This isn't the time yet. There's still work to be done within that Ten of Wands, and that can be just the learning how to let go. We have the Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles. This is beautiful. This is about self-employment, or it doesn't have to be self-employment, but it's about how you make your pentacles. It's about your craft, and almost like only you can do it in the way that it will be done. This is trusting if this is something, because the Seven of Cups is above that. Should I do this? Am I going to be any good? That type of thing. You know, the Nine of Pentacles to me promises success. However, I do have to focus on that. If I focus on that, I have success. Some of you are moving into a field where, listen, maybe you were felt pushed, right? I wanted to stay where I was at, but then, you know, you keep getting this nudging towards something new, and then you find, wow, I feel like a natural in it, or it stimulates my wanting to learn more and more and more. Um, you know, I often feel Nine of Pentacles. How could you not be helping others in that same thing? Some of you, this is something of the past. Something, maybe it was something you used to do as a child or a young adult, and you know, maybe then life happens, right? I have a family and this and that, and maybe that, you know, maybe my marriage or my relationship didn't go well. All of that kind of takes me away from something that I truly love. Or I feel like the universe is saying it's coming back. Not that it really ever went away, but maybe it's that urge. Um, and I feel like if that's you, it, it's a different life. It's a different type of life. It feels like a great life, right? Some of you don't know which direction. Again, pray about it. Pray about it and know that your prayers are not only being heard, but they are being answered. Again, let go of the control of exactly how it must show to you and allow it to show in the divine way. All right. Well, look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Palace of Wands. So this is a very desirable type energy. This is a very passionate type energy. And interesting, you have the swords and the wand. So I kind of love that, you know. This is where you are feeling you, and maybe passions really start rising from you. I feel like wherever you're going, whether that means physically, you know, you're literally moving or you're moving things within yourself, um, it just feels, what's the word I want to say? Glorious. Again, I'm not saying that everything just falls in your lap. No, as you seek to grow your foundation, the ways to grow it will keep showing for you. If I turn my focus away from it, I just miss those signs. Again, I feel like some of you are bringing something back. And maybe you felt like others stole your chance to do what it is you truly wanted to do. Well, the universe has heard you. So here it comes. I can't tell you whether you do it. Only you will make that decision. But it's showing you how to make that decision if you worry about it. Look at this with the Ace of Swords again. And what's beautiful, it's coming right over that Ten of Wands. So first of all, that looks to me like part of this time, because remember, Temperance has patience. Have patience. Why? Because I'm in the Ten of Wands energy. I'm in this energy where, it's almost like I want the Tower to show up. The Ace of Swords coming over that. And, you know, being Aquarius, your natural energy, I feel like it's freedom. I feel like it is literally like you just wake up. Like I thought I was alive. I thought I thought I was awake, but here I've been sleeping, and now I'm awake. Um, it is the truth of the matter. It is clarity over all of it, all parts of it. Again, it is what has been stolen is coming back. And again, I'm saying the word stolen, but I feel like, well, we'll just leave it there. Um, Something brand new and shiny coming to you. And Ace of Swords to me means it has to be something that your soul wants. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Five of Cups coming over the Seven of Swords. So let's look at this for a second. Because in the Five of Swords, I am, where's my thought? My thoughts at? My thoughts are at what I've lost. And it's keeping me in an emotional nature. I'm thinking of all I lost. I'm thinking of the sadness of it. Maybe I'm in the hurt of it, especially with the Seven of Swords under that. This tells me that someone physically feels like, in a way, like stole your heart, stole your life. Um, literally could have stolen money. But still, I'm focused on that. And because I'm focused on that, it's keeping me in that energy, and that's part of that Ten of Wands. So we want to really see what the Five of Cups is about. And its advice is there's two cups behind you. There's two cups that exist. And listen, they already exist. You just haven't come across that path yet. You're not that far in your journey yet, but they're there. It's almost like a promise. But as long as I keep my focus on what I have lost, it tends to keep, it's like a revolving energy. It tends to keep me there. At least it keeps my, I don't know, my willingness to be all that I can be. I don't know how else to say it. It's also, as I make my decisions, it's showing us that when you look at whatever choices show, because whether you pay attention or not, signs keep coming. Your guides don't be like, okay, well, Lisa's not paying attention, so let's just stop giving her signs. No, they always want to reach you. And eventually in the five, well, listen, you have the Five of Cups, and now you have the Six of Cups. I don't feel they're connected, to be honest, though. Because I feel like what's ever in the Seven of Swords energy and that you're focused on, I don't feel that they, listen, they probably had purpose in your life. But I don't feel like they're meant to stay in your life because it keeps you in that Ten of Wands energy. And to me, that means that you are taking on more of the responsibility of, um, and there has to be some allowance in that. You're allowing it to a point. And again, I feel like I thought I was awake, but here I've been sleeping, and bam, this Ace of Swords, like, boom, wakes you up. Why? Because this shiny new ace is coming in. Because divine is here. Divine has always been here. Because some of you are receiving epiphanies, or you're allowing yourself to start remembering happy times, happy thoughts. It's really turning you around. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Cups just opened, or just flipped in the decks. So this can represent a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Of course, it's right next to a Pisces. But also, let me tell you what the Queen of Cups is. The Queen of Cups is someone who is very open to emotional, to love, let's say. Now, did she go through the same thing? Probably, but it's the queens learn how to clear the energy of the past. The queens and the kings learn the wisdom of the journey versus the forcing myself to stay in it, right? So the queen, in some way, listen, this awakening is probably what's happening. A prayer is being answered. You're having this awakening, and I feel like for a lot of you, what it's doing, it's opening your heart center again. And I feel like you've got to learn to open your heart center, even if you don't know what's coming. Trust in divine. Trust. Over and over, it's asking you to trust in God, trust in divine, however you want to look at it, knowing that you are being guided. The signs will be given. Don't be fearful of a new adventure. Trust, have faith, right? It moves you into a beautiful period. Trust in yourself also for your own dreams, something that you want. Like I've always wanted to be a singer, or a dancer or an author. You know, move into that energy, even if it's just the tiniest of baby steps. And I have to tell you, you will find momentum behind that, and that will change everything for you. So, I feel like that is even beyond love. Like, learn to find that joy for yourself first. And it's almost like guaranteed that um, if I'm also looking for love, that because someone needs to match my energy. And if I want love back in the Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords, chances are I'm going to bring someone back. I'm going to bring someone in who is going to hurt me again. Maybe that's my energy and I'm going to hurt them again. So I have to look at that. Energy is matching you. And if you want the best, you've got to learn that within you, you have the ability to put out the best. And that is how you get what matches you. So the Queen of Cups is someone who, she's dreamy. She loves love. So does the King of Cups. She's going to move into love. And but she knows how to love herself also, and that may be the basis of it, right? I've learned to love myself, and by me loving myself, and that means knowing your worth and you're learning more about your worth also, I have to say. This may be the beginning of that. Anyway, let's see. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking. Someone left me a comment, it's like, all you do is babble, babble, babble. And it kind of sucks that that's how they hear me. But what can you do? Move on. Wow. We have the World. So we have the World twice. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Look at that. You have the Six of Cups on the side of Temperance, and you have the Six of Cups below Temperance. So, this talks about, and I have to say, in your last reading, you also got the Six of Cups. Well, first of all, I do have a feeling some of you are thinking of someone of the past. Now, and again, I don't feel like it's tied to this energy up here. I feel like whatever there, it's got to go. It no longer is serving you. Maybe you'll never be able to trust that energy, but maybe you're not even, I just feel like you're not meant to be there any longer. So, here are, within Six of Cups, I feel like the two cups that Divine is talking about, because you're moving, Temperance is saying, remember, divine timing, divine order, trusting in divine. So, again, this is moving you to a happier time. Well, let's keep going. We have the Eight of Wands. Wow, fast moving energy. Wow, we have the Sun. So we have the Moon, and now we have the Sun. Some would call that the beginning of maybe a twin flame relationship, perhaps. Maybe what was telepathic now comes to the physical, perhaps. And it doesn't even matter about that, but I feel like I have to say it. So the Sun is illumination. So illumination overall. And I like that it's coming right next to the Seven of Cups, where here, like, the signs show, but I don't trust them. I don't know if that's a good sign. I don't know if it's from God or if it's from Satan, that type of thing. But the sun is saying, my dear, I'm going to light the way for you. You trust in it, right above it, the world. It's almost walking in blind faith. But trusting divine is about to bring you into a period of happiness and remembrance. I can't help, some of you are like moving back home, or moving to where a lover lives, or you're moving and you end up finding someone. You can find someone who's from your past. I feel like whatever is happening is happening quick. So, but first I've got to close that door, right? If I don't know how, pray about it. Pray about it. And then I feel like, bam, you have the awakening. Once you have the awakening, boom, here's the world card. Here is that portal. It shows. On it is lovely, happy type energy. And it's being divinely guided. Once I make that move, things start moving. Remember I said earlier I felt like there was momentum behind whatever you move into, and especially if it's coming from the joy within you, there's nothing to fear here with the sun out. If nothing else, the sun is like a promise of happier times, happier days. It's like moving from the cold winter into the sun of the spring. Ugh. And then look at that, with the Eight of Swords that's coming over the Seven of Cups. That makes perfect sense, right? That's Eight of Swords, which was also in that last reading, is a self-created prison. There's something that I have a blindfold on about. So there's something I may not want to see. Why? Chances are it's going to hurt to see it. But by seeing it, I see the truth. And that's the only way I can clear energy, is to see the truth of the matter. Maybe I didn't want to really think that this person of the past was stealing from me, whether it be my heart, my thoughts, my money. But I need to look at that. Why? Because of the time period that wants to open. We can look at that awakening as your soul's seed of intention. Okay, you've been in this human condition long enough. Now it's time to, it's like your soul saying, now it's time to let me lead. Trust me, right? I've been here before. I have the experience that remember, you're two, that you're seeking. Trust me, because here, whoa, tough energy. But it's like, I feel like, so the sun is a blessing, but I also feel like the sun is saying, I'm going to make you look at it. Divine saying, I am going to make you see the truth of the matter. Because why? Not to hurt you, but to free you. To free you. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Nine of Wands coming over the Six of Cups. Interesting. We have the Page of Cups coming over the Queen of Swords, and we have the Wheel of Fortune coming over the Palace of Swords. So, interesting, we have, like, the sun looks like a wheel, and then we have the wheel. And then we have the world, so we have a lot of, like, portals opening up. With the Nine of Wands coming over the Six of Cups. So, it's interesting, because you would think that that lessens the joy within that energy, but it doesn't, because in the Nine of Wands, I realize, I have the realization now of all my journeys, all my cycles, and what I have gained from it, because the Nine of Wands is about how you've become stronger and stronger and stronger in who you are. I like the energy of the Nine of Swords, and for some of you, I don't know, maybe you are helping someone who needs help, and it may be like an old friend that was just an old friend who may turn into more. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm going to come back and clarify these sixes, but let's keep moving forward. So the wheel is your destiny. And it's illuminated, no doubt. It's illuminated. And it's, it's like you are being moved to the right place, again, at the right time. And the Nine of Pentacles, again, some of you, this journey, this new cycle you find yourself on, I just feel like you are natural. All right, let's get our last card over that. All right, got more than one, but I'm going to take them. Look at this. We have the Ten of Pentacles coming over the Nine of Pentacles. There you go. There you go. The Nine of Pentacles turns into the Ten of Pentacles. First of all, this is the energy of really being able to take care of yourself. That knowing within yourself. And maybe back here, I didn't quite have that, right? Maybe I was codependent back here. And this is now becoming independent. Truly, nobody can push you off your foundation here. Nobody. That doesn't mean that I stay independent, because we're going from the 9 to the 10. So this could certainly talk about someone of the past who is coming in, and let's just look at it a different way. Happy memories of, this may be someone who reminds you of happier times. To me, that means a soulmate type energy, not type, a soulmate energy. But nonetheless, I don't have to have any fear when I have gone through the Nine of Pentacles into the Ten of Pentacles, because nobody can knock me off my rocker. And if there's any red flags, here's the sun right over your home. Here's the sun right over you. So if there's red flags, they will be illuminated. You will pay attention to them. I wanted to say this time, not saying that you didn't before, but maybe some of them we didn't. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have the Three of Wands. Beautiful. You see the change of energy. We opened with that Ten of Wands. Now we're at the Three of Wands. This means that you've taken a baby step towards this new journey, this new cycle. This is you looking at your future and all that can be. No more limiting of, I'm fearful of what may come. This is about all that can be. This is trusting in divine and knowing, it's almost moving forward blindly, but here I feel the energy of divine helping me. I feel protected in this energy. And some of you, this may say, this is the beginning of you moving into the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, I wouldn't be surprised if the King of Pentacles comes out. Did he come out? I don't think he came out. I feel like he came out. Maybe he came out in your last reading. And I'm only saying Pentacles because I feel like this moves me into a very, again, if I'm becoming more independent within myself, and I feel like you're kind of loving it at the same time, that is the energy that you're putting out in the universe. So now the energy you put out is of much higher value, let's say. You stopped this energy here where you kept bringing lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson, right? And now it's like, boom, I have this awakening. I open my heart. It doesn't mean I'm a fool, any of that. Doesn't mean I have to say yes to love, but I'm open to all experiences here, moving into the world energy. That is your spirituality. And I feel for some of you, one of the main things is learning that you're being guided and trusting that. Whatever you're praying about is being heard and is being answered. It may look completely different than you expect. But if your intuition tells you to take that next baby step, I would advise you to take it. That's going to be up to you, but this tells me that you are moving into a very destined time. We have, look at this, the Page of Pentacles. So we have a lot of Pentacle energy over here. I don't know why I'm keeping it down here. We have the Three of Swords. So the Page of Pentacles attached to the Three of Swords. What does that tell me? It tells me that whatever it is I need to learn about, this previous heartache, because it is previous energy. But those swords feel very much still in me, and that's why we opened with this energy. Page of Pentacles is going to look at it, is seeking the knowledge. Why? To grow, to become stronger, right? To build that strong foundation within myself. I don't fear any longer looking at that Three of Swords. Now, I truly want to know. I truly want to learn from it. I truly want to understand it, right? And if I'm seeking that energy, I will understand it. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Wow, ton of Pentacles. So over the Three Swords is the Three of Pentacles. So let's talk about the Three of Pentacles. This is a time period in your life, which is exactly what I felt back a little bit, where you're moving into the energy of not only living from your unique self, but you're bringing, your unique part that you bring, whether to your business, to the world, is important. It's your uniqueness that is needed. No kind of covering, right? It's truly your own uniqueness that is being appreciated. Not just, first of all, you need to appreciate that in yourself, but others are seeing that and appreciate that. I often feel in the Three of Pentacles, and I really don't know why, but sometimes I feel it, not always, but I'm feeling it again, where this is the energy of others admiring you for who you are, your true self. Up here, I kind of feel like maybe I wasn't quite there yet. I wasn't being my true self. Maybe I felt like I had to put on a mask. Well, Divine doesn't want you to do that, right? You weren't born to have to put on these fake masks. You were brought into this world to bring all that your uniqueness brings to the world. The sun is helping you here. Others are admiring you. And again, I feel like if this is talking about money, abundance, your creativity, what you put into your creativity, and finding like, I don't know, I feel very good in it. It's like me when I do tarot. It just feels natural. I had to learn it, right? I had to learn it. I had ups, I had downs. I had to trust myself. That was probably the biggest part. I had to trust what I was saying, because sometimes what I say doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it's not meant to. Anyway, that's kind of what it reminds me of, the journey. Um, and then just knowing that, listen, it's just what you're meant to do. It's where you feel the best. And does that mean love is coming in also? I can't help but think yes. Um, and for some of you, it could certainly be someone of the past. It could be an old friend that you see in a new light, right? I feel like for someone, there's someone who may have been saying to you, that person's no good, that person's no good. Um, but you weren't, you felt it, but you weren't allowing yourself to truly see it. I have a feeling that you are going to see that person in a new light, and something may take off from that. I'm seeing it in all different ways. For those of you who are moving back home, there may be an old lover. Maybe you already know that. But yeah, I feel like should I do that? Well, Temperance is saying no, 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 not until we look here first, not until we close that door, because it won't serve you. You can certainly do it, but if you carry that energy with you, well, you know, it's not going to bring you all that you truly want. So, Temperance is saying patience. Let's clear. Let's trust. Let's pray. And then let's pay attention to the signs. Um, and all will be revealed. Period. Period. And I think I'm just going to leave it there. Um, I think I'm going to leave it there. Look at that. 333. That tells you, 333 talks about your angels saying that you're moving on the right path. It's about protection. And you know how I know that? Because I just had a bad dream the other night, but in my dream I saw 333, and then when I got up, I was still shooken by the dream. And I was looking at the TV, and I noticed the time said 333, and I was like, oh, that's a message. Um, and it was a kind of a dream where I felt lost and scared, and you know what I mean? And so I looked it up, and it talks about saying trust that your angels are there, they're protecting you. And in my dream, I'm just going to say this real quick, there's like a pack of dogs, two packs of dogs, and it was at nighttime, and I was lost, that were barking and coming towards me. And for a second, I feared them. But then when they reached me, one was a pit bull, and I found my hand in its mouth, but it was just like playing with it. And I moved my hand and I put it on top of the dog's head. And when I thought about the dream, when I woke up, I realized those dogs were in my dreams to help guide me. And for a second, I feared it. You know, that was my human mind. But now I know. So, and those are my angels who were there, 333. You have that. So, that's why I told you the story. All right, let's go ahead and read prayer. I think it's important. With that, almost right to it. Let me grab a drink real quick. Well, this card reminds you a prayer's powerful and positive effect. It asks you to apply it to your present situation. This is especially true if you feel stuck, confused, powerless, or in any pain. Surrender these feelings to heaven and ask for divine intervention. Then listen carefully for God's messengers for God's messengers, the angels, who deliver his guidance to you in the form of feelings, signs, ideas, visions, and dreams. When you worry about a situation, you actually draw to you more negativity and feelings of paralyzing victimhood. So, worrying gives you more things to worry about. In contrast, when you pray, you draw upon the most powerful force in the universe. Mother Mary reminds you to turn worries into prayers by saying, God, please help me with, you fill in the blank, and then pouring your heart out to him about cares and concerns. You'll notice an emotional release immediately upon praying as you shift from fear to faith. Wow, I just feel like that was the perfect energy to show up for your reading, and it seemed to truly explain your whole reading. I mean, you tell me, but I love this reading. I love all the readings, to be honest, but I feel like this is really hitting you on a spiritual level. And, you know, that awakening that I felt, well, it's telling you right here. It told you right in the card that you're going to have that. And I don't know, I just say, yay. I say yay. Congratulations, because I feel like you deserve it. Listen, that doesn't mean the rest of the world, everything is in cahoots and, you know, everyone's loving and that. No, it's talking about your particular life. Don't allow, just because of what's going on in the world, you stop yourself from doing what you want to do. And I don't mean that, I mean that in your creativity. I want you to be safe. I'm not telling you to go out into the world and be, no, no. This isn't about that. This is about, anyway, I'm talking too long. Some of you, I can't wait to hear how this relates to you in some type of skill. Maybe it's not even a skill. I don't know what to call it. It's almost like I pick up the piano, and maybe before, like I've always wanted to learn to play the piano, and before I gave up too easy. Now, because I'm in this certain type of divine energy, I pick it up, and boy, like maybe I'm not great at it, right? I'm just beginning, but I find that I learn very quickly, and it truly brings me true joy within. This can be anything, guys, but you have something, and I feel like that is what the universe is saying. Here is the opportunity. You're going to be given the signs. Have that awakening, and watch what happens. Guys, I love you so much. You know, I only want the best. Like, I want to see this all come true for you, but it does require sacrifice. And some people who say it never happens for me, well, you may have never gone through, you got to go through that one part of it. It's very clear. And if you're willing and you're strong enough, whether you know it or not, it's life changing. So, you know, you heard the last card, prayer, and I think that explains it all. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for your beautiful support in my channel, through your donations, through your likes. Welcome anyone who's new. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Thank you for sharing these videos. It allows the message to reach more people, and I do feel like these readings are meant worldwide, and that's why we have people from all over the world here, which I love. I just love, and I'm thinking about writing a book about that, because I do personal readings from people all over the world, and I know the connections just through how long I've been doing it. Anyway, please leave your comments, especially about, I would love to hear what this is down here for you. And then let us support you on it. Let us support you. We'll give you our light behind it. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.